the seed of opportunity. In the small village of Dreamville, surrounded by lush farmlands and rolling hills, lived an aspiring entrepreneur named Bogart. Dreamville, with its 5,000 residents, was a balanced mix of children and adults, most of whom relied on farming for their livelihood. Located more than 12 kilometers from the nearest town and over 8 kilometers away from the fishing villages and 2.5 kilometers from the neighboring village, transportation was a constant challenge, especially for those without vehicles. Bogart, who had just returned from a business course in the city, noticed something troubling in Dreamville. Despite the fertile land and hard-working people, there was a lack of modern services. The village was small and often overcrowded. The roads were muddy, and many farmers struggled to sell their goods at a fair price. The nearest town was too far, and going there often meant spending a full day just to buy necessities. He thought, this place has so much potential, but it's held back by a lack of modern services. How can I help Dreamville thrive? One afternoon, as Bogart walked through Dreamville, he overheard a conversation between a group of farmers. They were discussing the difficulty of reaching the town's market to sell their crops, complaining that their produce often spoiled during the long journey. They spoke of the high cost of gasoline and the time spent traveling, which left them with fewer profits. If only there was a way to bring the market to Dreamville. Could there be a solution right here? That evening, he sat down and began thinking. He realized that many of the farmers had excess produce that went to waste because there was no easy way to sell it. And on the flip side, villagers lacked access to affordable, everyday goods like cleaning products, cooking supplies, and even school materials for their children. There's so much wasted potential here. What if I could help connect the farmers with the villagers? A solution that works for everyone. Opportunity seeking kicked in. Bogart saw a gap in the market and knew he could create a solution. He imagined a large truck that could bring fresh produce and essential goods directly to the villagers, allowing them to buy what they needed and sell their products without leaving Dreamville. What if I could bring the market to them? A mobile store, fresh produce and essentials right here in Dreamville? The next day, Bogart presented his idea to the village council and some local farmers. He explained how a mobile market could solve their problems by reducing transportation costs and making goods more accessible. While a few villagers were skeptical, Bogart's passion and persistence convinced the council to approve his plan. With a small loan from a local cooperative, he purchased a used truck and began converting it into a mobile marketplace. Imagine this, a mobile market right here in Dreamville, bringing fresh produce and everyday goods directly to you, cutting down on travel costs and making everything more accessible? Saan pa kayo? Dito na. Within weeks, the Dreamville Market on Wheels was up and running. The truck began making regular stops at key locations within the village, bringing fresh farm produce, essential goods, and a chance for local farmers to sell their crops directly to the villagers. The concept took off instantly. No longer did farmers have to worry about transporting their goods over long distances. They could sell their produce at a fair price, and villagers no longer needed to make the long trip to the town for supplies. Bogart's mobile market became an essential part of daily life in Dreamville. It's working. Dreamville is finally seeing the change it needed. His ability to spot an opportunity in the village's challenges was a perfect example of opportunity seeking. Bogart had turned a simple observation into a thriving business, improving the lives of the villagers while also building a profitable enterprise. As Dreamville began to flourish, the success of the Market on Wheels spread to neighboring villages. Inspired by Bogart's innovative approach, other aspiring entrepreneurs began to look for opportunities in their own communities, proving that a small idea could transform a whole village. This presentation is brought to you by Joventius.